Okay, so there's some weird issues with GraphQL pagination. I just wanted to demonstrate them here because it's much easier to show you in a video than it is to type it. So I've got a list of vulnerabilities here. I am fetching them with GraphQL and saying just get me the first 10, even though there's more, and then I'm getting the page info back with the results on that, and you can see this here. So we've got the end cursor, the start cursor, has next page, and has previous page. Now everything works fine, it's just these two booleans that are an issue. So has next page and has previous page, they are often wrong. In this case they're totally right, there is no previous page and there is a next page, but you see if I go to the next page, we load the next page and that's totally fine, and has next page is still true, which is correct, but has previous page is now false, or is still false, I guess, which is not correct because there is a previous page now that we're on essentially page 2. So going forward, as in going like to the next few pages, works fine. See if I go to the next and final page here, has next page is now correctly false, but has previous page is still false, which again is totally wrong. But weirdly, going backwards switches this logic. So if I go back, you can see that now we're on page 2 of 3. So has previous page is set to true, which is totally correct. It does have a previous page, but has next page is now false, which is incorrect. And going back to that first page, sets has previous page to false, which is again correct, but has next page is now false. So if you're going forward, has next page is correct and has previous page is just false. And if you're going backwards, has next page is always false and has previous page is totally correct. So to show you that in here, in the Explorer, you can see we fetch the first 10 here. So we get IDs 43 down to 34. Has next page is true, previous page is false. So if I copy this end cursor and pop that in there, you can see again, has next page is true and that's correct, but has previous page is false and that's incorrect because we are actually getting the next lot of IDs. And then if I set this the other way around, you see again we've got false and false. So previous is now correct, but next is just not correct at all. Yeah, apparently this is, Natalia's done a little bit of digging on this, and it looks to be a long-standing issue with GraphQL or Relay or something. I'm not sure. I'll put that information in the issue itself. But it's definitely something that we need fixing, or we need a workaround for this or something, because we use pagination like this a lot on GitLab. This doesn't even address the issue of being able to jump to specific pages or anything, but that's something else. Just forwards and backwards would be a nice first start on this one.